Hello Internet, welcome to part 2 of the VL. Today we're going to get stuck into rubbing this thing down and put some paint in there. So just start by explaining what I'm actually going to do in here. If you've noticed, there's like a light coat of black paint over this primer now, which is basically just a dust coat. And then what I'm going to do is sand it, and the black is going to show me where all the imperfections are. Anything that's low, any marks, dips, dents, anything like that, they'll stay black. So to the naked eye, it's very easy to spot where any imperfections are with the guide coat. Going to be using a mixture of 240 grit sandpaper on the orbital sander and by hand to get into the spots where I can't reach with the sander. Then I'm going to go over it with 400 and same thing. No wet rubbing, so I don't usually wet rub stuff. There's no real need for it. You can do it all dry sand. And I'm not going to film the whole process because otherwise the video will end up being like 4 hours long. So I'm going to get into that right now. And with the magic of editing, in a minute you'll see a nice smoothly rubbed down engine bay. Right, here's a good example of how the guide coat works. You can see that this is smooth, and you can see all these little black bits here. These are imperfections that have to be sanded out. Look at that! Through the magic of editing, we are now in the spray booth. If you noticed, I've got the car in the other way. That's so I can take advantage of these brackets that are in the ceiling to hang stuff up. So I've actually got all the wiring hanging up now. Done a little bit more thorough job of masking it up this time for paint. With the primer, it's not so much of an issue, the masking, but with the paint, you don't want anything, coming out of any holes, any dust, any dirt, anything like that, and landing in the clear coat. So the masking on the outsides of the guards and all of that is more to stop stuff coming out and landing in the paint, as opposed to stopping that stuff getting painted. Gonna mask up all the door jambs and everything at the same time. So we're going to do the engine bay and the door jambs and the boot jambs, so all of the inside edges of the car are all done. And then the outside of the car will just get painted. So that's basically what's happening here. Cut to the next shot. Right, so we got everything rubbed down and masked up, and all the door jambs and everything masked up, boot jam. We're going to get the guards in here, do the inside edges of the guards and the front nose cone as well at the same time. I'm going to start by thoroughly prep soling this with wax and grease remover, and then I'm going to put a black base coat down, and after that we'll have a look at the colour this car is going to be, and then we'll put some colour on it, and then we'll put some clear coat on it. Been using microfiber towels to prep recently. They work quite well. Okay, so let's take a look at the colour. It's a Ford Mustang colour. It's called mineral grey. It's like a gunmetal-y grey, very light, almost tungsten, champagne-y, pearly sort of colour. Should look pretty sweet. Just about ready to go in there and start laying it down. So we've got the engine bay based up. Just take a look at the colour. All of these parts and the door jambs are done as well. Something's wrong with my GoPro, so there's no GoPro view of this unfortunately. But we're about to spray the clear coat. Let's get into it. Okay, so that's all done. I've put 2 coats of clear on, so just take a look at it without accidentally zooming in. So probably tomorrow I'll wheel this out of the booth and unmask it, and we'll get a look at it in some natural light. Do like the colour though. Colour is very nice. Alright, so that's it for part 2. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also check out the links below to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Check out my webpage, and if you're interested in supporting the channel, you can check out my Patreon page. Next episode, we're going to be rubbing down the outside of the car, getting it all nice and straight, and painting the outside. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Welcome back to part 2 of the VL. Today we're going to rub this... Take 3. No, I'm going to do that again, that was shit. Welcome back to part 2 of the VL. Today we're going to...